5 people died on Sunday, including the former Marine who attacked a Mormon church in a small community 60 miles north of Detroit. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes. The man who smashed his truck into that church, shooting, then setting the building on fire, was killed in a gun battle with police. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio now with the latest, and also what Texas Governor Greg Abbott is calling for in the aftermath of that tragedy. Sean.
Yes, the governor wants to form Texas task forces to help better protect houses of worship. And in Michigan, the search for a motive, while meshed in mourning that happens all too often, is underway.
As I said, I'm here as the governor, but I'm also here as a fellow Michigander whose heart is breaking by another mass shooting in a place that is supposed to be defined by togetherness.
Grim Governor Gretchen Whitmer, one day after a 40-year-old veteran drives his truck into the Grand Blank Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, opening fire before setting the church building ablaze. Officials would not address some reports that a current or ex-girlfriend attended the church, or that Thomas Jacob Sanford reportedly made disparaging comments about the Mormon Church to a city council candidate in a nearby community just 1 week ago.
The FBI is investigating this as an act of targeted violence, and we are continuing to work to determine a motive.
The attacker and 4 of his gunshot victims taken to a local hospital. He died there. 3 people suffering smoke inhalation also went to the same facility. Some of the members of the Mormon Church, resident physicians at Henry Ford Genesis Hospital.
Having your friends and family come in injured and taking care of them is a really incredible experience. They were heroes. Those on the scene were absolute heroes, going in and out of the fire to drag people out.
On X Sunday, Governor Greg Abbott posting, "I have directed the Texas Department of Public Safety to form task forces with federal and local law enforcement to better safeguard our places of worship."
Hopefully you'll never have to do it, but be prepared to kind of defend yourself in case somehow someone gets through the door or the barricades that you do have set in place.
Mesquite Police Detective Jeff Wilson works with churches on safety. If churches can't afford off-duty law enforcement or third-party security, identifying some in the congregation with the CHL is a good idea. Preparation, he says, includes practice.
Running drills, unfortunately, that's kind of the time we're in these days, but running some sort of drill, because what we see on our side, law enforcement, you will only rise to your lowest level of training.
And Detective Jess Wilson stresses that the training and practice is necessary. He calls it church drills, like fire drills, says they are necessary. Just as the Genesee County, Michigan Sheriff Chris Watson said today, prepare in peace to perform in chaos.
All right, Sean Rabb in studio. Sean, thanks.